Okay, I'm. I just saw SmackDown earlier, and somehow, some way, I am disgusted because Vicky Guerrero is now the new general manager of SmackDown, and Brad Maddox is the general manager of Raw. Cause let me tell you something about these two. These two are idiots. Yeah, I said it. They're idiots. Now, Brad Maddox, general manager of Raw, he's gonna do the same thing that Vicky Guerrero did, which is firing wrestlers, um, putting wrestlers on suspension, and that's, I guess that's about it. So, and I cannot believe that Vicky Guerrero threw Teddy Long out the building. So here's what it all boils down to. If I see Vicky Guerrero in Houston, Texas at the Toyota Center for SmackDown, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna boo the hell out of it when I see it in Houston. And as far as Booker T and Teddy Long from SmackDown, I can't believe they just got fired. Really, I can't. But also on this video, I'm gonna talk about the people who I like going to the gym with. The people who I talk to the gym. You got first you got Karen, you got Ray, you got Nancy, you got Johnny, you got Gene, you got Abby, you got Jason, you got see what else you got. You got Jody, which probably I don't talk to a lot. You got Lisa, you got Victoria, who is both been gone. I don't know why, but so anyhow, and the third thing I like to talk about is when I noticed that when I was bullied in school, my hip bone slipped out of place. So I went to this I went to this school called Holland Middle School, and they didn't care what you bring over there. They didn't care if you brought whips, chains, baseball bats, just as long as they went to school. And I remember one time my hip, like I said, my hip gave up, and I was running to this cafeteria to let's see, to be in first in line to eat, and somebody from behind pushed me, and then I had to go to the hospital, stay 17 days, and then I had to, doctor told me to use the crutches. I used the crutches. I couldn't use them because if I used them, I would fall down again. But so, and the third thing I want to talk about is people who say different stuff on Facebook. People say the outrageous stuff on Facebook. Like, for example, I send a message to Diamond White telling her that I loved myself in the video, and she says that I'm her #1 fan. XOXO. Now, let's see the difference between and the third thing I want to talk about is all the video games I got. I got all the SmackDown games, all the and all the fighting games. And sometimes I play with the games every weekend, but during the week I don't play with no games. And then every once in a while I go on my computer and try to Skype people who are online, because my sister tells me if they're not online, don't go to them. But so either way, and also I like to talk about songs that make me cry. I noticed that 3 songs that make me cry. One song is called Michael Jackson, Heal the World. The other one is called John Cena, Right Now. And the third is another Michael Jackson song, which is called She's Out of My Life. But let's get back to this Vicky Guerrero, Brad Maddox stuff. These WWE people and Mr. McMahon need to wake up And they need to, let's see, they need to make Triple H. They should have made Triple H the general manager of Raw. Because if they would have continued having Brad Maddox as the general manager of Raw, he would have did a lousy job. And when I say lousy job, I mean a lousy job. And the same thing goes with Vicky Guerrero. I don't know why Mr. McMahon named Vicky Guerrero the new general manager of SmackDown. And she's going to do a worse job there, just like she did back when she was interim general manager of Raw. Now let me tell you something about this Vicky Guerrero. Now Vicky Guerrero, I remember Vicky Guerrero used to be a managing Dolph Ziggler until AJ kissed Dolph Ziggler, and that made Vicky Guerrero jealous. So either way, Dolph Ziggler got kissed by AJ, and that made Vicky Guerrero jealous. So either way, AJ had a match with Vicky Guerrero, and somehow Vicky Guerrero won that match, and she beat AJ. Now this, in 4 weeks, we got this pay-per-view coming up called SummerSlam. And here's my issue about SummerSlam. How come every year when SummerSlam comes, they always go to Los Angeles? What's wrong with Houston, Texas? What's wrong with Dallas, Texas? I mean, hell, let SmackDown come to San Antonio, Texas, if they want to. But Los Angeles, I don't think so. I'll tell you one thing though. Next year at SummerSlam, if I find out that SummerSlam 2014 is coming to LA again, I'm going to have John either write a letter to the WWE or call the WWE and tell them to bring SummerSlam to right here in Houston, Texas. And speaking of Houston, Texas, I remember the time I went to WrestleMania 17 at the Astrodome, and I saw this main event, The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin for the WWE title. And somehow, because I got the DVD, somehow Steve Austin wanted to take a chair and kept he took a chair and he kept whamming and whamming and whamming and whamming on the rock until he finally pinned him for the 3 count, and Steve Austin became your new WWE champion. And if that wasn't enough, he shook hands with Mr. McMahon. So actually, Stone Cold Steve Austin shook Mr. McMahon, saying like he sold his soul to the devil. Now, and let's get to this angry black man. I love all these angry black man shit. I love all the slogs. One slog he was talking about, he was cursing AT&T out for a new phone, and he was also cursing AT&T out because of something about his bill pay or automatic pay. So and then on the Angry Black Man series, he was at Walmart and he was talking about him getting a costume, and anyway, he was at Walmart talking about, I know you ain't, why in the hell would you buy some tire for $10? $10, you need to be buying this tire for $5. And then when he was at the mall, he started off the video talking about, look at this goddamn chair. One goddamn old chair to relax your big fat nasty booty. This is horrible. Why would I sit in a goddamn chair just to relax me? I can order this chair off of eBay. And then when he was and at the end of the video, and then when he was at McDonald's, he was talking about and how is y'all drink so damn big? One goddamn soda is only $2.59. $2.59. I can make he was like, oh, I can make my own soda water, you know that, right? Sugar, water, Kool-Aid, bitch. And then he was in a Subway, he said the same thing. Talking about, you can make if I tell you to put a cactus in my Subway, you're supposed to do it. You know I can, and he was like, you know how I can make my own Subway, bread, cheese, bologna, bitch, Subway. Now, that's all I got to say. Okay, it's for folks. So anyway, well, that's all I got to say. So I'll see you next time.